good enough. We're not afraid to get dirty, get lost, or turn a wrench. We go until there's nothing left. It's in our DNA.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to a little Fishgistics special today. I've had so many people asking me questions about this little thing right here since we've been using it for the last couple months that I decided to just make a video today, a little question and answer video, and hopefully we can help get you guys all dialed in. If you guys don't know, this is a Starlink right here. It is satellite internet basically anywhere in the world, as long as you have some kind of power. You just have to power it, and you have to have a pretty clear view to the north. Obviously, it can't be like under trees or inside a building or stuff like that. But this is a game changer for off-road racing, because now you can literally have high-speed internet anywhere you are at any race. You can have it on your chase truck, you can have it on your pre-runner, and then pull it out when you stop to get a snack, and then hook it up just like we did here, and then you're in the middle of Baja and you have internet. So it's pretty awesome, and I just wanted to give a couple minutes here, let some more people join, and then we'll go right into it. But anytime today, if you guys have any questions, please ask the questions. Just type it in the comments. I got the comments up here. I'm going to go through and try and answer all of your guys' questions. Most of you guys keep asking me the same questions over and over about how to get it. So I'm going to go step by step today, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So this is all you guys need to know about getting Starlink. And we already got the questions coming in. Does it work on the move, or does it have to be stationary? So we are going to talk about that. All right, are you guys ready? Let's go. I'm going to bring up the internet form here. Okay, start here. You go to starlink.com. All right, so that's where we are right here. We are at starlink.com. All you do, go to starlink.com. They just came out with this RV service, it's called, just 2 days ago, and this just changed the game and made it even easier for you guys to get it. All right, so when you go to starlink.com, you'll notice up here in the top right, it says residential, business, or RV. That's the 3 different types of service and dishes and service that you can buy. I would suggest for all of you guys just using the RV. Now, the difference between them is the residential is if it's going to be basically at one spot, like at your house or your river house, your desert house, something like that. You want to do the residential plan then, because you will get priority over anyone else coming into your area. Okay, so if you want this for your house in the middle of nowhere where you don't have good internet, click residential. Then that will let you do that plan. If you want to move it from your house, they did just add a thing called portability. Now, if you have a residential plan, it is $110 a month, and then you can add portability for $25 a month. That means you can move it from your house and take it with you and set it up at a different location, and it will work. So if you order a residential plan and you do not turn on portability, it will not work when you leave your house. You can take it with you to Baja, you'll set it up, and you'll be bummed because you have to have portability turned on the residential plan. That's the kind of plan that I have personally, because the RV plan just came out 2 days ago. So let me show you what the difference is. Now, when you click RV, it's available immediately. You can put in your address, it's available right now. This is a look at the map. You can look at their coverage map, and that's what I have right here. So everywhere that is the light blue, this is the US and Baja. Light blue is available right now. You can literally order it. If you live in any of the light blue, you can order either the home or the RV, and you can get both. If you are going to take it anywhere, you can get the RV and it will work. So let's look at where most of you guys will probably be taking it, Baja, California. You'll notice it's all blue and it's all available now. So you're good to go. Now, if you live in El Cajon or San Diego, Tecate, these areas, see where it's a different color blue? That means you're on a wait list if you go to order the residential one. Now, the RV system will work here. However, you get deprioritized. So what that means is, I'm going to show you in a second. So if you have the RV system with you and you go to one of these areas that is the darker blue, you're going to get deprioritized and your speed reduced over somebody who has the residential version and is already registered in that area. Does that make sense? So if I go and look, here, let me show you the differences. All right, so here is the speed differences. So with the Starlink service package, you should be getting the normal service. You get 50 to 250 is your expected download, and then your expected upload is 10 to 20. Now, personally, I've been getting closer to 30 on the upload in a lot of places, so I would say this is more like 10 to 30, and there is no data cap. So you can use as much data as you want. You can use 100 gigabytes, you can use 10, you can use 1, you can use none. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So now the business one, don't even worry about the business one. None of you guys need the business one. It's not worth it. It's like $500 a month. It's not worth it. So honestly, I'm not even going to touch on the business one here. The speed is more. It's 150 to 500. So it's guaranteed a higher speed. However, for the price difference you're paying, I'm going to tell you right now, none of you guys need that. And the upload is 20 to 40. You honestly don't need that. You can live stream video off of like 3 to 5 meg. So if you have 10 to 20 on the regular one, you don't need the business. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Look down here on the bottom. It says Starlink for RV. So everything is the same. It's 50 to 250. However, see this number right here? 5 to 100 with the little star. And then the upload is 10 to 20 or 1 to 10. So if you have this RV system and you are in an area where a bunch of these people are, you're going to have a reduced speed, possibly. Nobody knows what the exact number of units is in an area before they reduce your speed, but you're not guaranteed to have a top speed if you have the RV system in a congested area. Chances are none of us are really going to ever be in a congested area since we're not really using these around town. We're using these in the middle of Baja, in the middle of Johnson Valley, in the middle of Prim. We're not really using these in a crowded area, so I don't think anybody would really have to worry about this. The one time you guys probably will is at King of the Hammers, because everybody at King of the Hammers is going to have one of these next year. So I would suspect that there's going to be some slower data speeds at King of the Hammers. However, you're still going to have fast internet compared to anything else you have out there. So King of the Hammers would be one spot where you might get a reduction in speed compared to normal. I've set mine up in Baja, and like I said, it's fast because there's nobody there. There's nobody else using it even around you at all. So that kind of is what the RV thing is. Now, the other thing cool about the RV one is you can turn it on and off. So check it out. Here's the RV system, and this is what 99% of you guys are going to want to order. So when you put in your address, it'll ship right away. You click RV at the top and then put in the address you want it to go to. I just put in Buffalo Bill's address here for an example. It's going to be $599 for the hardware, one-time fee. That's to buy the unit and you own the unit. They're going to charge you $50 for shipping, and it's about $50 tax no matter where you are. So and the service is $135 a month. So your total right now, if you guys want to order it, is $700, $703. You order it now, you'll have it in a couple days. It might take up to a week now. If you want it for the Baja 500, I would suggest ordering it right now, and hopefully you'll get it in time. You might not even get it before the Baja 500. It just depends on how fast they're shipping them out right now. All right. So basically, that's all you got to do to get it. Go on Starlink.com, go to RV, click on RV, put in your address, get the RV plan. Now, like I said, the cool thing about this plan is you can turn it off. The residential plan, you can't turn off. You're going to get billed every single month, no matter what. Now, if you guys say you only race like the 4 score races a year and you only want it for Mexico, well, when you get back from the 500, turn the service off for a couple months and save July, August, September, or until you use it in September, you'll save 2 or 3 months. That'll save you, a couple $100, 200 or $300 just there. After the Baja 1000, turn it off, or after the 400, turn it off. After the 1000, turn it off. Whenever you're not using it, they bill you, it's billed monthly. So you'll just be billed for the month you used it and then turn it off and you'll save money. That's what the RV plan is for. So I would highly suggest ordering it ASAP and doing the RV plan. The RV plan was not available when I did it, so I probably would have done the RV plan. It's the same price per month as having the residential with portability turned on. If you just want it at your house, it's $110 a month, and that's not to be able to move it. So you get it at your house, it's $110 a month, and you're set. And it's billed every month. You can't turn it on and off. So that's it. Like I said, I would suggest the RV plan. Now, a couple other things I wanted to talk on about. Going at some of their frequently asked questions here, there's a couple things that I wanted to show you. So with the RV plan, it's called best effort service, right? This is wherever you go, you are considered a best effort service category. It says network resources are always deprioritized for Starlink for RV users compared to other Starlink services, resulting in degraded service and slower speeds in congested areas during peak hours. Stated speeds and uninterrupted use of the service are not guaranteed. So, and it says service will be mostly affected in the waitlist areas. Once again, we're really not in the waitlist areas when we're desert racing. So you're probably going to have you're not going to have a notice of anything dropping and being slower at any of the races. Even if all of you guys order these, the capacity of these satellites is massive. I wouldn't suspect, like I said, King of the Hammers maybe is the only place where some people might get some small reduction of speed. But other than that, you're not going to see these get a reduction of speed, I don't think, anywhere. So that's what I wanted to show you guys on that screen. Now check this out. You guys have all been asking about the in-motion use. Does it work? Can you put it on top of your car and drive around? Yes, it works. However, in the United States, Starlink does not have the FCC authorization to be able to sell this as an in-use product. So it's just a regulatory thing. So on their terms of service, it says in use prohibited, in motion use prohibited. So it says services in motion on a vehicle or vessel will void the limited warranty of your kit and may, keyword, may be grounds for termination of your agreement with Starlink per section 12 of these. At this time, Starlink is not configured to be safely used in motion or installed. It doesn't say it doesn't work. It doesn't say you're guaranteed to have your service turned off. This is basically just a way of them getting around the FCC saying we're told them they're not allowed to do it. If you really want to do it, that's up to you. Does it work? Yes, it does work. Are you supposed to do it? No. If there's an FCC regulator that pulls up next to you when you have it on top of your car, could they get you in trouble? Probably, if they wanted to. So that's how it works in motion. So let's see, some of you guys, how is the packaging when carrying it in a UTV? That's the next thing we're going to touch on. The unit itself is plastic. I have one right here. Let's see if we can go back to the camera screen for a minute. So here's the antenna. You can see it's not that big, really. It's a dome shape antenna, and then it has the stand. The stand simply goes into the mount. It sets itself up. It finds a satellite. It does everything. You don't have to do anything. You literally plug it in, turn it on the app on your phone, and you're done. So you have that, and then you have the router that it comes with. It comes with a Starlink router. It literally has 2 ports on the bottom. Power. This is the only thing that needs to be powered. You just need one power to go to the router. Then this connection over here goes to the dish that I just showed you. So there's 2 wires. There's the power wire that goes to an outlet or an inverter, and then there's the wire that goes to the antenna. It comes with like a 75-foot cable, I believe. Very long cable. It might even be 100 foot. I'm not sure. It's very long. So that's all you do. You just have to get those 2 things, and you can get it hooked up anywhere. Now, if you want to use it in your UTV or your car or anything, if you have like most of the newer cars have a built-in inverter where you can just plug a straight 110 in your car. I used it last weekend in our UTV. So what did I power it with? People are asking. this right here. This inverter, I just got it on Amazon, just showing you guys. Here's Amazon. It's a 300 watt inverter. You don't even need that much. The most I saw it pulling was around like 110, 150, maybe something like that. Less than 200. You could probably get away with a 200 watt inverter. I personally like this inverter because it has a display on it. You can see it shows you how much voltage is left on your car, so you know when the battery's getting low. It shows you exactly how much it's outputting. It's pretty cool inverter actually, and for 60 bucks, I would just honestly buy this inverter. I will put a link up to this on the video in the comments so you guys can see what it is. All right, and then what did I put it in? I put it in a Pelican case. The Pelican 1610 case is the case you want. That is the case that it fits the smallest in. You can't get away with a smaller Pelican case. That is the smallest Pelican case you can put it in. You take the foam, get it with the foam because you're going to want that. You're going to take it with the foam, and I'll show you some pictures. Here's the one that I did. This is actually someone else's that I copied. So that's the bottom. That's the first layer. You cut the foam out for the first layer. Then the second layer goes like that. You can see there's that long cord that it comes with some more foam. And then the top layer, you put it in and you put your router right there, close it, you're done. That survived in the back of the UTV for pre-running the Baja 500 course that we just did. No issues. Everything was perfect with the foam and the way it's sitting in there, the vibration, no issues at all. So I would suggest the Pelican case. Now, if you want to go a little cheaper, the Pelican case is 300 bucks, right? So if you want to go a little bit cheaper, this Husky box that they sell at like Home Depot, it also fits in. You just have to use some of the stock packaging that it comes with to make it fit. So check this out. The stock plastic that it comes with, you can cut and put that in the bottom, and then you put it in like this. That's the next step. So you make it fit, just kind of like the same way it was packaged in the Pelican case, honestly. Then you go to the next layer, you put the stock plastic in between there, put the cords on it, and then that's it. And then you put the lid on it. So that box I think is like 50 bucks or even less than that. It's just that Husky box right here that they sell at Home Depot. I don't even remember which one it is, honestly. I'll have to look it up. But it's just that square Husky box that they sell at Home Depot. So those are your two options for easily mounting it. Personally, I like the Pelican case. I think if you're spending this much money on something and you're going to be taking it off-road, you really want that foam and that added protection around it. So that would be my suggestion, is to go with the Pelican case, and it fits perfect in there. Like you can see, like the bottom of it fits perfect. You have a little bit of foam all the way around the dish. The stand sits on top. It's a really good solution there for it. So yeah, let's see what I'm gonna go through some of the comments now and see what you guys are saying here. Is it rugged, built tough? So the question to me would be, how rugged is this part, the antenna? This is just a plastic. It's not very rugged, honestly. The top, you know, it could easily get scratched. It's not super rugged. Now keep in mind, this is not their mobile one. They are going to be coming out with a mobile antenna version sometime this year. When they do, it's going to be obviously more rugged. I would guess it's going to look something like your MSAT antenna that you see now, probably a little bit bigger, but it's going to be more like an MSAT antenna. So some people, I know of at least one person mounting this on their race truck at the Baja 500, and they're going to try and run it, and they're going to try and stream with it. So we'll find out at the Baja 500 how it lasts. Personally, I have my doubts that the case will hold up to the abuse of Baja racing, but we'll see. So let's see. What do you mean by priority service under residential? Yeah, so going back to the priority service, if you are in one of these dark blue areas and you have received your Starlink, you will have priority over anybody that comes in your area with an RV system. But if you live in one of these blue areas, you can't order the residential right now because it's on the wait list. So it really, you know, there's no real reason to order the residential if you live in one of these areas, because you can't get it right now anyways. You can literally order the RV one and have it in just a few days. So I would just order the RV one now. If it was out when I did it, I personally would have ordered the RV one too. You can change your service location, however, on the residential one. So let me show you guys real quick. So this is the map. Here, I'm just going to show you my account real quick. So here's my account. When you're in there, all you do is you click on the map to change your location. So right now you can see I had it set up out in Borrego Springs, out at Ocotillo Wells. So I had it at a location there. that is my home address. So when that I have it set to, my home address. When I'm in Ocotillo Wells at this address, I have priority over anyone that comes out there with an RV system. So if a whole bunch of you guys came out there for some event, mine would get priority over all of yours because I have the home system and it's considered your home location. You can try and change your location as many times as you want. It's just if you change it, you're not guaranteed to be able to get your old location back if your area fills up, if that makes sense. So that's how that works. It's pretty much just, for what we're doing, there's no reason to get it because you're not really going to, unless you're going to have it at your house, then just go with the residential one. If it's at your river house or your beach house or something and you're not going to move it, get residential. You save 25 bucks a month. You don't need portability. That's great. You have priority. But for what we're doing it with, you're going to want to move it around quite a bit. So that's that. And it's super easy to change. You just go on the website here. You can change your address as many times as you want. Also, the portability is easy to change too. You see right here, it just says remove portability. You can just click that and it'll take the portability off, and that's a month to month also. So if you're not going anywhere for 6 months and it's going to be at your house, you can remove portability for 6 months and then just turn it on again when you want to use it later. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what else. What other questions you guys have here? How big is the packaging when carrying it in a UTV? I actually forgot to take a picture of it, but it fits in the bed of the UTV. I actually probably have one on my phone here. I didn't upload it to here, but let me see if I can find it real quick. It fit in the Pelican case. It's as big as the Pelican case is. So whatever the size of that Pelican case is where it went, and it fit in there no problem. So that was no problem at all. Here, I'll actually show you guys. So we have, let's see if you can see this. Turn this back on. I don't know if you can see that very well. Can't see it very well. Fit no problem in the bed of the UTV. That's it right there. So it fit in the bed of a Razor. That was in the bed of a Razor Pro R. It fit under the spare tire mount. It was no problem. So it fits no problem in there. So that's that question. Let's see. What else are you guys asking? 110 volt. Yes, you need 110 volt. You need one plug for 110 volt, and that plugs straight into the router in the bottom. This needs 110 power, whether it be an inverter in your truck. Like, all the Fords have the outlets in there. I'm sure the Chevys and everybody does too. Any new truck has this in there. So yes, you need 110 power, and that's all you need. The only light on this whole thing, so that you know it's on, is on the bottom right here. This little hole lights up, and that's the only way you know if it's working. It's really weird. There's no lights anywhere else on anything. So when you plug it in, make sure this little hole is a white light, and then you know it's on. So then it's pretty easy to use. Somebody says, can we see the app? Yeah, so just any of you guys can actually see it. Go to the App Store or your Google Play Store, download the Starlink app. Okay, it's super easy to use. All you do when you're on the app, you go to settings and you have to stow it and unstow it. That just means put it up, put it down. So when you get where you're going, hook it all up, go on the app, click unstow. It'll pop up. It'll take maybe half an hour to an hour the first time you hook it up. And this is one of the number one questions everybody asks me. They say, hey, I just plugged mine in. It's not finding the satellites. And I'm like, okay, how long have you plugged it in? They're like 10 minutes. I'm like, just wait. The first time you plug it in, it takes the longest. It might take up to an hour the first time you plug it in for it to get all connected and find satellites and everything. So just give it time. If you just plugged it in, don't worry. Just make sure that light's on. If this light is on the bottom right here, it'll work. Once you click unstow and the thing goes flat, just wait. You'll know it's got a really good signal because once it's connected, it'll turn and it'll face north. As soon as it does that, it's done. It's set up. It's not going to move again. It's good to go. When you first put it up, it goes flat. It figures out where all the satellites are. It figures out where it is. And then once it gets a good connection, it'll turn and tilt, and that'll be it. And then you'll be good to go. As you can see here, see how it's turned and tilted a little bit? It's pointed to the north and it's tilted a little bit north. That's it. That's when you know it's connected. So yeah, somebody else on here says that the Goal Zero power station is perfect. Yes, they have lots of batteries nowadays, the Goal Zeros, and let's see if I can actually pull one up for you guys real quick. Let's see. Hang on one second here. If you have a battery pack, a battery backup pack that a lot of people have now, you can use that to power this. So if you're out camping, you're in the middle of nowhere, you can use one of the big Goal Zero things. And here we go. So like this. See this Goal Zero? So one of these big battery packs, depending on how big the capacity is going to depend on how long it runs. Somebody on here has one and they ran it for 12 hours off of it. So it is possible to get one. Now these things are pretty pricey. Like this one right here is a Goal Zero Yeti 1000 and it's $800. So they're not cheap. But that is an option if you're not going to have your vehicle running. If you don't want to have the vehicle on and you're worried about draining the battery pack on the vehicle, just bring one of these. If you're going camping and you don't want to run your generator, just bring one of these battery packs, and then when you fire the generator up, just recharge the battery pack, and then you can just run it off of that. So that is one option right there. That's another great option. All right, going down the, let's see, I ran out of my Ford plugs, no problem. Yep, Cameron Steele, yep, Cameron actually used that mine, and it went all the way down the rip. This is actually Pat Daly's here, so thanks, Pat, for letting me borrow yours. But yeah, it works all the way up and down Baja. That was one of the other questions. It has been used all the way up and down Baja. From Ensenada to Cabo, it worked everywhere. As long as you're not under trees. You can't stop under trees and think you're going to get a good signal. If you're at the hotel, if you can get it, if you're on a balcony or you got somewhere that you can face it north, it'll work. It's not going to work in your hotel room. It needs to be outside and needs to be facing a good view to the north. All right, what's the cost? All right, well, the cost is right here. So it's $5.99 to purchase it, and then it is for the RV one, it's $5.99. You pay $135 a month for the service. You can turn it on and off. So it's $700 if you want to go order it right now, and then you're going to get billed $135 every month. But remember, if you get the RV one, you can turn it off the months you're not using it. So that's why I would suggest doing that. Let's see. Cables, cords are included with the purchase. Yes, it comes with everything you need. Literally, there's like, it's the most simplest box in the world. It's the box, those two parts you saw right there, that little stand that was behind me in the picture right here. See that little stand on the bottom? It comes with that stand, and then and that's it. Now it also has other options. That's just the stand that it comes with. If you look at over here, this is on the Starlink website. Once you order it, you can order these stands in your account. So they have all kinds of different mounts. These are obviously for like a roof. They have a long wall mount, a angled roof mount. They have a pole, a ground pole mount, so you can mount it off a pole, like off your RV. A lot of people use a flag buddy. They just they get it attached to their ladder on the back of the RV, and then it goes from there. More mounts. So you can get replacement cables. You don't have to buy this. It comes with one. The one thing I would suggest getting is this Ethernet adapter. There is no way to plug into the router with an Ethernet cord. You have to buy the adapter. They pulled like an Apple move on us, and you have to get a jingle jangle thing to plug in what you want. So if you're going to use this anywhere and you want it really fast, you don't want to mess with the router, or if you want to use a better router than what it comes with, buy this Ethernet adapter. It's just 25 bucks. It's not too bad. Buy the Ethernet adapter. I have one. I would suggest it. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's just if you're going to use it at your house and it's going to be on a computer that's plugged in all the time, you might as well plug it in, because then you have the best signal and you don't have to worry about it. So they have pipe adapters, short wall mounts. Those are all available on the Starlink website. You'll see it in your account once you order it. You set up your account, and then you can have access to all of these different units here. So that's that. Let's see, what else? Have you tried making calls through Wi-Fi while using the Starlink? Yes, actually I did. I was up at Mike's Sky Ranch just last weekend, and I made a couple calls, and we made calls right here too. Wi-Fi calling is perfect. It works perfect. You can do a Skype call. You can do FaceTime. You can do everything. The speeds we had right here at this location were close to 250 on the download, and it was about 20 on the upload. So we had really good speeds right there. Wi-Fi calling is no problem. If you have an iPhone, you can do the iMessage. You can send text messages, no problem. Just like you have cell phone service, no difference. All right, let's see. Are you on commission or salary? Yeah, if anybody wants to tag Elon in this, yeah, I'll collect $100 for every unit that I sell from this, and I should be able to maybe afford the gas to get to work tomorrow off that. No. So anyways, that's that one. Is the inverter connected to the Pro R battery, or did you have an alternate source? How long do you think the battery will last? That's a great question. It was plugged straight into the cigarette lighter in the back of the Pro R. The car was off. The Pro R does have 2 batteries. It has one under each seat from the factory. I used it for probably 15 to 20 minutes. Had no problem starting the car back up after that. No issues at all. How long it'll last? I have no idea. That's a good question. It totally depends on what battery you're running it off. But you can always start the car up and then you're running it off the alternator, you know, so then you could use it for unlimited use as long as the car is running. So that's it. Let's see what else. What was one? For using the pure sim, yeah, the inverter, you want to get a good one. That's why with that one that I showed, you know, if you're going to buy an inverter, you might as well just get a good one. Now, I do have to give a big shout out to Pat Chicas. He has helped dial me in on a lot of this stuff here. He's actually the one that suggested this router, or this inverter right here. So thanks to Pat. He's been working on a lot of the in-motion stuff with this too, and trying to get it, once we get regulatory approval with that, and then when we get the mobile antenna, Pat's going to be on top of it. So thanks to Pat for that. But yeah, this is the inverter to get right here. It's 57 bucks. I'll post the link up in the comments. Maybe I can talk to Jeff Bezos too and get a little commission for all of you guys that buy this from Amazon also. Do you have a discount code for us? I should have. If anybody, you know, I'm sorry. I thought of this yesterday after about 20 of you guys had messaged me to go live today. So sorry, I didn't get you a discount code. Elon was a little busy earlier today. He was busy tweeting when I tried to call him, so I wasn't able to call him, but I'll try to get a discount code for you guys. After initial setup, how long does it take to find satellites when you move it? Okay, that is a good question. From my experience, my personal experience, it hasn't taken longer than about 10 minutes to get set up once you've used it the first time. Like right here, when we set this up, this took like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. When we went to Mike's Sky Ranch, it actually took a little bit longer, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at the top until it had a good satellite connection. Now, obviously, the longer you leave it sitting somewhere, the better it's going to be because it's going to optimize itself. It's going to learn where it is. It's going to learn where the satellites are, and it will optimize it. So like if you have it at your house, when you first set it up and then try it again in a day or two, it'll be optimized. So it's not ideal taking it around and moving it, you know, within an hour of each other or whatever, but it works. It does work. You shouldn't have to wait longer than 5 to 10 minutes for it to get going once you've done that initial setup. Like I said before, give it an hour on that initial setup. Don't freak out, think it's not working. Give it an hour on the initial setup. Let's see, what else are you guys? How many phones can you connect to it? No, okay. So what it does is it makes a Wi-Fi network. That's all it does. The router makes a Wi-Fi network. You can call it whatever you want. You can connect, I don't know, as many devices to it as you want, really. I don't think there's a limit. I've personally had 5 or 6 attached to it. Everybody had good speeds. Everybody was, you know, doing stuff on their phone at the same time. It worked fine. So obviously there's going to be a limit somewhere, but like I said, I've had 5 or 6 connected to the same unit and everybody had good speeds. So I'm sure if you try to put, you know, maybe 15, 20 people on there, it's going to have a limit. That's what the commercial unit would be for that they sell. It's a little higher speeds. It's made for more people connecting to it, but your whole chase truck can connect to it. You know, the whole pit, get it set up, the whole pit can connect. Don't have to worry about speeds. You'll be good to go. Let's see. All right. So what else? If you are chasing in Baja and stop to set up while waiting for the race car, then move it again. How long does it take to find satellites? Okay, we just answered that one. Hopefully only 5 to 10 minutes. You know, it's pretty quick. You can set it up. I would set it up as soon as you get to the pit. You know, first thing you do, put that thing on the roof. That's the other thing. You don't want to stand in front of it. It does put off a little bit of radiation or whatever you want to call it, like a radar system. So don't put it somewhere that someone's going to be right in front of it. That wouldn't make sense anyways because you'd be blocking it. So I wouldn't suggest putting it on the ground. I would put it on the roof of the truck or somewhere away from people that's up a little bit. You want it to have the best view of the sky possible to the north. All right. Weather conditions. How does it handle wind? That is questionable. The mount itself is very durable. If you can secure the mount somehow, it does have 4 little holes in each corner of the mount. There's little holes in the corners, right? It's backwards, right here. So you could secure that mount down to something using nails or screws or something, and then you can pop the pole in and out. So see this? It just connects. It's got one button on the back. You just push the button, and then this pops right out of that mount that you see there. So this thing just sits in, locks in, and you're done. So you could make that, the little tripod mount there, the bottom seat, you could mount that really good and just pop that in and out on the truck. Like if you have a chase rack on your truck, I would just mount that thing to the top of the chase rack and then just pop that in and out. That's it's super easy. Ordered, where do we send your commission? I will give you guys my Venmo, and any of you guys that want to buy me a seltzer, I almost said beer. Any of you guys that want to buy me a seltzer for this information, feel free. You just send me a Venmo, okay? Does Starlink offer a VPN as an extra? Not currently, no. The commercial service does come with a couple little things that this one doesn't, but honestly, I haven't looked into it. But I don't believe a VPN is one of it. But you can run off of whatever you're using. You can run a VPN. You know, that would be up to you. You could put a VPN on your computer, your laptop, or your phone, or whatever you want to do. You could use a VPN on it. It doesn't come with one. It's not offered, but you could run with one, definitely. Let's see. I'm running my mining rig off of Starlink using Ethernet adapter right now. Yeah, see, there you go. It's perfect. Obviously, it has a password, so everyone in your pit using. Yes, it's same thing. When you plug this in for the first time, it's going to ask you to name the Wi-Fi. So think of something cool. You name it and you give it a password. It is password protected, just like your home Wi-Fi. You can. I don't even think you can leave it open. I think you have to have a password. It doesn't even give you the option, so it makes you have a password. If you ever forget the password and you're in the middle of the desert, you unplug and plug this in like 3 times in a row, and then it'll reset and it'll reboot and it'll ask you to create a Wi-Fi network again and a new password. So that's a good thing to know if somebody's at the pit and they forget the password. You unplug and plug it in, like unplug, plug 3 times. It'll reboot and ask you to create a new network and a new password. Does cloudy conditions affect the speed? Yes, 100%. If it is raining out, bad weather, it is going to affect the speed. It is satellite. So just think about if you have DirecTV and you live in a really bad area, it's a storm, sometimes you get interrupted service, stuff like that. Yes, it will. Like normal clouds, I haven't seen much of an effect. But if you notice here, it was pretty clear when we were using it in Baja. Not even a cloud in the sky. So yeah, it will affect it. It's not going to say it's not going to work, but it won't be as good as if it's a clear day like this when we were using it. Are you cool if I post a link for Pelican Case savings? Yeah, go for it, Jeff. Anything you guys can do. Jeff actually, I believe he works at Pelican. He was saying, so we were talking about maybe making something for you guys that comes pre-fitted so you don't have to fit your foam yourself. The pictures that I showed you was, if you just joined us, here's the Pelican Case. So it is the Pelican 1610. And Jeff is going to hook you guys up. He's going to post a discount for you guys. So go for it. And then this is the bottom layer. So you cut it out to make it like that. It's harder to do it than it looks. It looks like it's easy. Mine does not look this nice. This is one that I tried to copy. Then the second layer, you do like that. So you put the cord under it and then put that around the stand. That's going to hold on this end. It's going to hold up your router in this picture. So then this is going to be your top foam. You just cut it out for the stand, and then cut it out for the router, and it's going to sit right there. So that is by hands down the best way and the safest way to store your Starlink when using it. The box it comes in is going to fall apart when you use it a couple times. So I would suggest getting a Pelican Case. And there you go. Jeff just posted a link, so you guys can go there and get a Pelican Case and do that. So pre-fitted foam would be awesome. Yeah, we're working on getting maybe something going with Pelican to do something like this. Let's see. I am late to the show. What's the easiest way to order, and what do we use for a home base? Because we do not have an address in Mexico. No problem. Check it out. It is super simple now, Rick. All you do, go to starlink.com, click on RV right in the top corner, and then put in your address. It doesn't matter where your address is. Put in your shipping address because it's going to ship it to you. As soon as you do that, you're going to get this screen right here. It's going to tell you that it is $599. Your total due is $703. Make sure this is all filled out correctly with your address, and you're done. You literally click place order on the bottom of the screen right there, and you are done. Let me move this out of the way. It's as simple as that. Go to starlink.com, click RV in the top right. It'll just do it right here for you guys. Click on RV. It's going to come to this screen right here where your service address is, your shipping address. Put in your address. That's going to take you to this screen. And my thing expired. So, and then you're going to order it, and you're done. It's as easy as that. And it'll be there. I don't know. It used to come in a couple days. They're getting a lot of orders now, so it'll probably take a little bit longer, but it'll be there in no time. So that's that. What is the wattage? So it's less than 200 watts that it was using on the inverter. Sorry, I don't I forgot to look at exactly what it was, but maybe one of you guys knows. It never went over 200 watts. So I ordered this 300 watt inverter right here just to be safe, and it also has 2 plugs on it, so I could plug something else in here in addition to the Starlink, and then I'd still be okay. That's why I did that. So we'll see, but I would just suggest honestly get this right here because I know it works. I mean, yeah, you could probably buy something else, but if you want to order one, just order this, and I know it works. See, Connor Sack says I haven't seen it over 70 watts. Yeah, so it doesn't use that much power. Obviously, using a battery pack is going to depend on how big your battery pack is and how long it's going to last. You know, if you get one like we were talking about these Yeti, the Goal Zero packs, depending on what size you get is going to depend on how long it's going to last. Obviously, these have a lot of plugs on them, but yeah, so that should be it. What else? Harbor Freight sells a case just like it for 50 bucks. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a Harbor Freight case, go ahead. I don't care what you get. I'm just trying to show you guys what I get. Everybody comes up with something different. I'm not saying any of this is right. I'm just giving you guys some options of what I know works. So that's that. Let's see. Is the RV antenna the same size as the regular one? Yes. The RV and the residential and the RV are exactly the same. Everything is exactly the same. It's the same router. It's the same antenna, same base. It's exactly the same thing. It's just the service that it uses, which the service is the same. You just get deprioritized using the RV if you try to go to a certain to a super crowded area. So no big deal. But that's the one you want to get. You really want to get the you really want to get that plan now. So we'll see. Let's see. So my residential unit averages 40 to 50 watts. There you go. So it's another one, 40 to 50 watts. Somebody else had said they hadn't seen it over 70 watts. So there you go. Yep, that's what you guys want. All right. So I don't know. You guys have any other questions? You know, this is you guys all got to get this, honestly. So for me, trying to help you guys get this is beneficial because I feel like if I help you guys get this, then that's that many more people that are in Baja that can send me updates during the race. So just remember, if you get this and you have service at a race, send me some updates, send me some pictures, give me some split times. Literally, we can have coverage over the whole course if all of you guys have these. There's not a dead spot on the course anymore with these Starlinks. So order one. It's well worth the money. It works great. Honestly, I did find one flaw. That's the other thing I wanted to show you guys. I almost forgot. Okay, so my first unit had this problem right here, and I found this YouTube video that shows what the problem was. The cord, it slides in just like this. It's kind of a dumb design, really. It slides in to plug into the antenna, and it doesn't. Sometimes it feels like it's not all the way in, and it's easy to bend the little plug that's inside the tube. So if it gets bent on you, this guy right here, I found this YouTube video. All you do is you take a piece of paper and you fold it. I'll post the link to this video too. You fold a piece of paper to make a little spacer under the bottom, and then when you slide the cord in, it just pushes the cord up and it goes straight in. So good to know. See right there, he's got that piece of paper under it that pushed the cord back to the right angle, and it made the connection. So I did have that problem on my first unit. I contacted Starlink and they sent me a whole new unit. The second unit hasn't had that problem, but if you do, keep that in mind. All you do is you take a piece of paper, cut it, fold it, slide it in the sleeve, and then slide this over top of it, and it'll line right back up. Because that cord has to be plugged in all the way. If that's not plugged in, you're not going to have the satellite's not going to be connected. So I'll post a link to this YouTube video also, so you guys can check it out. But that is the one problem I've had with it was my first one did this, and I had to do that fix. So my new one hasn't done it yet. It's been plugged in and unplugged a few times, and it's still working good. So that's that. How many people can stream at the same time? Yeah, it's up to you. I don't know. You guys try it out and let me know. If somebody finds a max users, let me know because I haven't yet. Like I said, I've had 5 or 6 people connected and it's worked fine. I haven't tried 15 people yet, so let me know if one of you guys does. Let me know if it works. What was your speed in Baja? My speed in Baja has been awesome. It was around 200 all the way up to 250. The upload was the slowest I saw, I think, was 15, and I had up to 30 at some spots. So in Baja, it's really good because there's nobody that has it really. And even if all you guys get it, it's still nobody that has it really, and compared to what the capacity of these satellites is. So it's It's pretty crazy. It's a good anti-theft system for trailers, RVs as well. Can leave security systems connected to the internet anywhere, anytime. Yeah. So if you have this plugged in, as long as it has power, you can have Wi-Fi cameras and check out your Wi-Fi cameras wherever. You know, if you got a compound out in Ocotillo or wherever, you got internet, you can check on your cameras all the time now. Definitely is good. Now, if somebody wants to steal your Starlink system, they're not going to be able to use the Starlink system on another account. So the problem is a thief is not going to know that. So they might see this antenna on top of your truck or wherever, and they might think, oh, I'm going to steal that. They're not going to be able to register this antenna with Starlink on another account because it has a serial number and it's registered to you. So it's worthless if somebody steals it. Is someone going to steal it? Sure. I'm sure people are going to have theirs stolen. They're going to try to sell it. They're going to try to do something, but it's worthless. It's like an iPhone. You know, if you try to steal someone's iPhone, you can't use it. It gets locked. So this is the same way. It's worthless to anybody to try and steal it. Are people going to do it? Probably. I would still pay attention to it. You know, keep the router. You can put the router anywhere. You got a huge 75-foot cable that comes with it. The router doesn't have to be where the antenna is. So put the router inside the truck or somewhere else. You know, out of the sun, just so it doesn't get hot. All that. The antenna actually has a built-in snow melt feature where it'll heat up the antenna. I don't think we have to worry about that in the desert anywhere, but if you're using this somewhere in a colder climate and you have snow on it, it'll actually melt the snow off of it, so it gives you a clearer view and everything. So that's that. Let's see, what else? There'll be one at race mile 135. Perfect. Yeah, mine is actually going down to the BFG pit. I'm giving it to BFG pit 1. They're going to have it, so they're going to have full internet, and hopefully we get some video from you guys there. And then Score has a bunch of these too, so we're going to have some video from them. Art Eugenio, Starlink for the win. Yeah, it is. Art knows it works all the way up and down Baja. He just used it at the Nora race. Nora used it to stream everywhere, so it is definitely cool. If using stationary, you can turn off the RV fee. No. If you get the RV account, then no. It's $135 a month no matter what. If you get the residential and you add the portability, you can turn the portability off. So if you're going to use it at your house, I would suggest getting the residential one. If you're going to use it at your house and take it with you, and then you can just pay $110 a month, and then when you want to go somewhere, just turn on the portability, and then it's 25 bucks extra that month. If you're going to be using it at your house, residential. If you're never going to use it at your house and you're just going to use it when you're moving around, just go straight RV, and it's 135 bucks a month. And that's that. Late to the party, cheers. Yeah, I'm gonna save this video, so if you just joined in now, when we're done, go ahead and go back to the beginning and watch it. I'm also gonna put the links to the Amazon things that I showed you. I'll just throw the Amazon link to the Pelican Case and to the inverter and to that little video, that YouTube video on how to fix your cord if you have that error. So I'll throw all those in the links for you guys, and then we'll see. Where do we buy the Ethernet adapter from? It doesn't show an option for that. Yeah, it's on the Starlink site once you get your system going. So here, it's right here. You go to, this is what it'll look like when you log into your account. You'll see at the top, home, shop, billing. All you do is click on shop, and then this is the shop. That's where you get your mounts, your replacement cables, and then the Ethernet adapters right there. You can't go to shop until you're logged into your account. So first log into your account, and then click shop, and then you're good to go. And it's right here. And some of this stuff is not in stock, so it might take a little bit to get. So I would suggest ordering whatever accessories you want, mounts, anything like that, as soon as possible. The pipe adapter is a good one to put on like a pole, whatever you call it, flag pole buddy, if you're going to use it on your RV and stuff. So that's a good one to get there. Let's see. I'll be running a stationary cam for Score. Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. My mom can't get the service where she lives. Okay. Here is one trick for your mom. All she has to do is, honestly, she could just get the RV one if she wants it right now, and then it'll work. It's just going to cost $135 a month. The other thing you can do is you can get the residential one, and then you can just find a service address anywhere. You can literally find somewhere that's in this light blue, put that in for the service address, and then ship it to your real address. Now, when you get it, you're going to have to turn the portability on, so you're going to have to pay 135 bucks a month anyways. So it's kind of just worth just getting the RV one really now if you can't get the residential yet. Unless you're going to use it at your house all the time, then you might want to wait until you can actually get it, or do what I just said, put a different service address, turn on portability, and then use it at your house. And then after you use it at your house for 2 months, they're going to switch it so that you're going to be in here, and then you'll be good to go. What is the URL for the map? It's just starlink.com/map. If you go to starlink.com, it's literally right up here, I think. Yeah, the top left. If you're on the home page, starlink.com, see this little thing in the top left, the little drop marker. Click on that, and then there you go. That'll show you the whole availability map, and it's right there. So super easy to find. All right. Any other questions, you guys? I think I've covered quite a bit, but definitely let me know if you have any other questions. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes here and answer any more questions you have. But that kind of covers it. Once again, if you get the Pelican case, here's what it looks like. You can make it do that. If you want to go a little cheaper, you can get the Husky box that they sell at like Home Depot. And you can make it fit using some of the stock packaging that it comes with. That black plastic is what comes with the Starlink in the Starlink box. So this is a little bit more budget oriented one, or you can go with the Pelican. For the inverter, I suggest this 300 watt Fulcrum inverter right here. Fulcrum inverter. It works great. It also has, it's cool because it comes with different connections. So you can see, you can literally clip it on a battery, or you can just plug it in the cigarette lighter, or whatever that green one is. I don't even know what that one is. But yeah, it comes with all these. It comes in the box, so you don't need to buy anything else. Just buy this. It's got a cool digital display, so you can keep an eye on your battery and make sure you're not running it dead. Like if you're using it in your car or your UTV, it shows you right there, digital display on what your battery is. So once it gets low, you know you should probably start your car up and recharge your battery. So that's what I would suggest, getting that. I know it works. I've used it. So that's definitely what I would suggest doing, is that. That's the easiest way to do it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I've been talking about this for a couple years, knew it was coming. So I'm stoked that it's finally here. And this is a game changer for Baja. Like I said, once they get the mobile antenna, we're going to be able to put this on all the cars. Somebody is putting this on their car at the 500. We'll have more on that later. But there will be one race car at least that has this on at the 500. So we'll see how that works. We will we'll see. I just don't know how long the plastic antenna is going to hold up. So that'll be the question of the day. All right. I have learned a bunch from this. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. You know, I had so many people asking me questions. I figured this is the easiest way to do it, you know. And look, it's almost been an hour. I was thinking I was going to talk for 20 minutes, and it's almost been an hour. So definitely cool. Caesar, yeah, Caesar has one. I know he's been using it in San Felipe. It works great down there. So definitely cool to see people using this all over. I know Dave Caspino actually took one of these to Ukraine with him, and he had it in Ukraine when he was doing his mission trying to get people out. It worked, no problem. He had internet in Ukraine. I've used it in Mexico. I know somebody that's used it in Canada. Also, I know somebody that's used it on a boat. So it does work on a boat. They used it all offshore in northern Baja. It worked on their sailboat. They had mounted it up top the mast, and it worked bitching the whole time. They had perfect internet, even with the boat moving around. It does work on a helicopter. It'll shoot through the blades. It has been tested. However, it lost about 50% of the speed, and there isn't really a good way to mount it yet. As you can see, this is pretty hard to mount, especially on a helicopter. There's not a good way to do it. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. But there's going to be some cool stuff coming here. The mobile antenna is going to be that's going to be game changer. You know, some people have used this and they've laid it flat on top of their truck. They disconnected the motor so it doesn't move, and they removed the stand, the base stand, and they just made a cradle for this, and they were driving around, and it works. Like I said, you're not supposed to do it, at least in the U.S., because it's not FCC approved yet. But it does work. So if you want to do it, I mean, that's on you. Go for it. You know, you can do whatever you want. Just if you get in trouble, I told you not to do it unless you really wanted to. Just don't go to the FCC headquarters and you'll probably be all right. All right. So can the service be turned on or off, or do you have to leave it on all year? Yeah, that's what the RV service is for. The RV service can be suspended at any time, and then you can turn it back on. The residential cannot. If you have the residential or the commercial, it's billed every month no matter what. You can't turn it off. The only thing you can turn off on the residential is the portability, which is $25 a month. So if you're going to use it, you know, in the summertime at your river house, you don't need to move it. You can turn portability off. And then in the wintertime, if you want to move it around with you, turn portability back on and just pay the extra $25 a month for those months. But like I said, all of you guys watching this mostly are going to want the RV one. Just buy the RV one and you'll be good to go. That way you can use it everywhere you want. Turn it off. You're not going to use it for 2 months. Turn it off. Save $270 by turning it off. So pretty good option. Can you switch from residential to RV? No, not yet. However, that question is being asked by a lot of people right now, and I bet that soon you will be able to. Right now, if you have a residential service like I do, you would have to cancel your service completely and order a whole new kit and buy a whole new antenna under the RV program. So it's not really worth doing it. However, I think with the amount of people that are wanting to do that, they're going to make that option soon. They just haven't done it on the website yet, but I would look to see that option coming soon because it doesn't really make sense why you couldn't. It's just going to be on their end in the computer. All the equipment is exactly the same. There's nothing different. It's just the billing on their end. So I would suspect you can soon, but you cannot yet. Let's see. Ordered the RV 2 days ago to have service at Re-Rock events. Can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. You know, King of the Hammers, like I said, it's going to be awesome. Now, if everybody has one at King of the Hammers, there's a lot of people there, and you might get the service turned down at King of the Hammers. So we'll see. But yeah, that you might get service not as good. It'll be better than anything else you have at King of the Hammers, probably, because they usually have no cell phone service there once everybody gets there. So it'll be better than that. And I know the Wi-Fi they have is really expensive there. So this is definitely worth getting for King of the Hammers. That'll be a good test when everybody gets there. See how many people are on the lake bed that have these, and see if the service gets slow or not. We honestly we won't know until then. So let's see. RV is on back order now. They will do they will do the residential to RV due sooner than later. I think so too. And that's Pat Chicas. He's actually been very helpful. Pat, thank you for all of your help with this. He has nerded out on this way more than I have, and he knows everything there is to know about this. So a lot I have learned from Pat. So thanks, Pat, for your help in making this all work. So let's see. Somebody says ordered yet. Maybe mine took 7 days. Yeah, it just like I said, the sooner you order, the better. You're probably not going to have it before the 500, honestly, but get it now because you're going to want it for the Baja 400, and you'll definitely have it before the 400 if you order now. So let's do that. Yeah, get it ordered as soon as you can. All right. Any other questions? If not, I'm gonna sign off. That was a good hour Starlink there for you. Once again, Elon, when you're watching this, you can send my commission checks to the house, please. And any of you guys that are ordering stuff from Amazon, I'll talk to Jeff over there and see if I can get commission from him too. So thank you. Why doesn't just give up his Wi-Fi password? Yeah, it is. It is. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be coming up to people at the races, and they're going to go on their phone and they're going to see the Wi-Fi networks, and they're going to be like, "Hey, can I get your password?" So honestly, like you could charge people if you're at a pit and the pit next to you wants to use it. If you want to, tell them it's $20. Give you $20 or some beers or something, and you can hop on the Wi-Fi. So, yeah, okay, I didn't know if you wanted us to tell everybody that or not, Pat. If you guys want, Pat Chicas has started a Facebook group. It's called Starlink ESIM group. It is the Earth Station in Motion group. It is a very good group. I would suggest joining it. Go on Facebook, look for Starlink ESIM as a group, and join that, and you'll learn a lot of information on there. Pat has done a lot of research on all the tech stuff with this, so it's a very good group to join. And it's cool because if somebody has a problem or figures something out, you post it there, and then everybody learns from it. So definitely cool. Can you paint the antenna? I don't know. Pat would probably know that answer. I would not suggest painting the antenna. I wouldn't put anything in front of it. You can paint the backside probably, but I would not put anything in front of that antenna if it's me personally, including paint. Maybe there's some kind of paint you can that that won't interfere with it, but I wouldn't suggest it. I don't know, what would you want to paint it, black or something instead of white? You might be able to. Pat, maybe he'll chime in here in a second. I wouldn't suggest doing anything in front of the antenna though. That is for sure. So yeah, that's it. If you just joined us, I'll go over real quick. Go to starlink.com. Go to click the RV. That's the one you want. Click RV. Put in your shipping address right here. Click order now. It's going to ask you for $700. You're going to get it whenever they ship it. Then you're done. You're good to go. You're good to go. That's all you have to do, literally. There's no tricks. They just came out with this RV service 2 days ago. Made it super easy for everybody to get. Before we had to do some little tricks to get ours. We had to put in a different location and then move it and do all this stuff. But now you don't have to do that anymore. And yeah, do you think Pistol would have understood Starlink? Yeah, Chad. It is, anybody can do it. You literally download the app on your phone, plug the thing into power, and put the antenna up. It does everything else for you. You go on the app and you have to click stow, unstow. That means put it up, put it down. And always remember to stow it when you're done with it, because otherwise it won't fit back in your case. So you want to do that. That's how you get it to fit back in, because it needs to be folded down in order to fit in that Pelican case. So if it's not fitting, you're screwed. You're gonna have to plug it back in and then hit stow so it folds back down. So that's the top tip for you right there. Always click stow before you unplug the power for it so that it'll move back down. Other than that, you don't have to do anything. You plug it in, it does everything for you. So it's the easiest thing to set up in the world, and you can have internet anywhere. So that's that. All right. All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. I don't see any more questions. It looks like there's still quite a few of you guys watching, but I don't see more questions coming in. So if you have any more questions, feel free to send me a DM, just like everybody else did, and I'll help you guys out. I'll post all those links that I just said in the comments here, and on the YouTube video, I'll put it in the description. The link to the Pelican case, to the inverter, and to that help video if your cable gets messed up and doesn't want to plug in. The little fix, I'll post that in there. All right. So hopefully you guys get it. Now, the only thing I ask is, like I said, if you guys get these and you're down in Baja, please send me some updates during the race. All right. I showed you how to do it. Now you guys can pay me back by sending me some updates. Send me some pictures. Send me some split times. Whatever you got. That's all I ask. Just send me some info. All right. What is the monthly cost? It's $135 a month. So there you go. How much gas mileage did the new car get? I have no idea, honestly. It depended on how much you were on the pedal. Yeah, it uses some gas, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah. All right. So everybody have fun in the Baja 500. Everybody, please be safe down there. That's a cool thing about this too. You can literally do video with this. So if anybody's ever gets hurt and you need to you want to talk to a doctor or you want some medical, you could try it. You could FaceTime somebody with this. That could be a big game changer. Like at your pit, if there's a need for something, instead of just having a sat phone to call somebody, you could do a video message now and you could show people something. So the things you can do with having internet in the middle of nowhere is pretty freaking cool. So thanks to Elon Musk and all those guys at Starlink and SpaceX for making this technology affordable. You know, it's really cool. All right. Well, that's it for now. We'll see you guys soon. We'll be doing our Baja 500 updates soon. So stay tuned.